Hey Battle Buddies and Healthy Heroes, my name is Susie, just an enthusiastic nerd with LARP and fitness content, and today I am excited to share with you another in-game training session. My Cheetahkin character Nikujo met another character, a hobbling named Briar, and he was a dual wielder who had some experience. So she meets this new person who's asked her for training, and she sort of has to walk through getting to know him, seeing where he's at, and then seeing how she can advance his skills with dual wielding. It really covers all of my favorite basics and into some of the more advanced tips and considerations that you have when you are a Florentine fighter. So we go from the basics of a block strike drill, all of the basics that you see in my one sword beginner training video sort of get briefly reviewed, and then we build upon that with offhand aggression, with more about the triangle waltz as a block strike drill. There's a lot of emphasis on footwork. There's a lot of emphasis on offhanded aggression and combos. And then the final layer is the defensive reactions that you can consider what you can do with your other hand. Really a good overview of how to initiate and then build up these Florentining dual wielding skills. Thanks to another new friend, Sean, for grabbing a second perspective with his camera so you can see Nikujo in third person, how she moves and what she does with her footwork. And you can also see from my first person camera how I interact with Briar and what my point of view is. So please enjoy this in-game training footage from two perspectives thanks to two cameras, and we will explore the basics and the advanced considerations of dual wielding.
Which rules are we playing?
Well, it depends on how you want to train. Do you want to start with a warm-up spar, or do you want to start with basic technique? Come up here. Come up here where it's flat. So let's start with a wrap shot and a block strike.
Oh, that sounds like actual work in practice.
Well, that's what sparring and training is. It makes you stronger. And you have to know what you're doing.
I don't know any of that.
So your two weapons. Show me, how would you wrap for the shoulder?
Right shoulder?
Yeah, if you were in. Okay, so you would make use of your second weapon, and then so you have the advantage of reach.
Yes.
You are that's very different than my experience.
Yeah.
So you might actually be able to get around without the finesse of needing to wrap your wrist as much.
Yeah, and I'm not even in my fighting pose, because people have nicknamed me the crab.
Oh, that's not necessary, because you get a lot lower. Okay, as long as you're not coming in like this, because I've heard crab clawing is when you are just like open like this, and that's not super helpful. Okay, so let's just do a 5 hits to win, and I'll see how it goes for you. You do get yourself low. You keep your back. Doesn't hurt your back after a while? Is your attrition okay?
I've practiced.
You defend your forearms pretty well. I got one on there though. That was 5 on you.
Yeah, that's just like.
Because that's three combo.
On you, too, but
You did. No, you hit here, and you do defend your forearms well.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to learn? A combination? If you engage into the red zone and want to throw a number of strikes, what targets are you hitting?
Usually shoulder back, and then, well, shoulder back, going down usually to a leg. And I'm usually using this one for full defense.
For what? Full defense? You don't use, have you?
I'm not as aggressive strike lean.
Yeah.
This is my, what I use to distract.
Yeah.
Bump someone's weapon ever so slightly so I can come in on the side.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
Yeah.
But if you, okay, let's talk one-sided combo. I would recommend, especially, I don't know. I was gonna say with your height, for me, with your height, I could easily take 4 hits all the way down.
Right.
But for a less tall person, you wanna do shoulder, and then like shoulder, hip, leg is the 3 that I would aim. So you can make more use of it. Something that might work against you with your height is if you are so lanky that your arm's going the whole way around back, it might actually slow you down. So you might actually need to pull until it's more of your wrist and at the shoulder. So then you can just, once you're at that angle, just drive down the body. 1, 2, 3. Okay, why don't you light up that side of me? Where's your dominant hand? This, so yeah, so come on this side. Yeah, so that was 1, 2, 3.
Those are usually mine, but
just follow through with the sweep. 1, 2, 3.
It's just.
It'll be good wrist workout for you.
It's not natural for me to go to that middle area.
Yeah.
On that strike.
Okay.
I am literally a shoulder, leg, and then I'm disengaging. I might lose a little damage, but
it's just I'm recommending for more damage. You can make a longer combo if you go straight down the side of the body.
I've always been a defensive, like when I'm doing damage of that sort. Usually I'm fine.
I'm not going to train you if I have to persuade you.
I'm sorry.
Okay, you don't. You know, you don't owe me an apology. I'll just walk away if you don't want to learn what I'm teaching. Do you want to? Can you show me those 3 spots on your offhand?
My offhand?
Yeah. That was actually faster than your dominant hand. Probably, number one, because you're not used to striking with it. It doesn't feel foreign and new. Yeah. Like it doesn't, like breaking out of what the habit is built with this combo here is going to feel different because something's already established. So you might, I understand the discomfort. I understand.
It's also slightly heavier because
it's longer. No, definitely. I understand the pushback you were giving me. It's because it's hard to, oh, this is very weighted.
That's why it's quicker to do that 1, 2.
Yeah, bouncing up of it.
Right.
Still, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to recommend that you try to do a more combo there if you want more damage. And you can do same thing on your offhand. It just might take more of a lunge in, like a triangle cut to get your short in. So how would you lunge in if you wanted to strike with your short?
With my short?
Yeah.
I'm like...
So I would do my hip switch sooner than that. So you lunged in. You don't necessarily have to knock or make a motion to knock a blade away if you are just body switching, because then your blade can stay tight to you and then you can do a combo on the side. So if I'm just body switching, I'm pulling my body back, don't have to worry about any of that, and then that side's open. So do you want to, so in your normal foot forward, is that normally how you stand?
I swap. I'm like.
So I wanted you to see which leg do you normally have forwards?
Probably this one, but I do swap it like.
No, the best strategy really ever is to stay mobile and to swap your hips.
Really depends on where.
So let's pretend we are dominant leg forward because we're matching with our longs, and you want to do a surprise combo. What you're going to do is keep it out.
Would you go into one end?
No, I'm showing you an offhanded combo. I'm trying to get you more aggressive with your offhand because you're like, I don't do that. And I was like, well, you're training with the Cujo now, so you're gonna. Okay. So your regular stance is like this. If you want to aggress with your offhand, I would keep this tight to defend because you also don't know where they're gonna come in at. So keep it ready to defend however they end up responding, and start with a hip switch lunge and then do your same roll, and then you can hip switch back. So move your hip and foot first and then initiate the strike. Just show me. Yeah, not bad. So I'll do, we can trade it. We can do it a block strike of those 3, offhanded. So it's gonna be a hip switch triangle. Does that footwork make sense to you, that terminology? So like 1, 2, 3. So let me actually just walk you through triangle really quick. 1, 2, and then I don't cross over my 2 so much. It depends on what mobility you need on the battlefield, but if I'm just doing a triangle, it's 1, 2, and then the 3 is a step back into, like, my off hip is forward or my off hip is back. But I don't, if I cross too far over with a 2, then I'm twisted. I never want to twist, so my base is off balance. So I'll do lunge and then 2, and then either come back to it or fully switch it again. But just don't cross the back one over.
It's probably because I'm like my stance down is a little bit more ox and a little bit further down.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm just used to yes, it's a little bit offsetting, but I'm like kind of used to that offset push. I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, I just don't recommend it because it'll tighten up your base and make you fall over. So if you're what I would like to drill is a block strike of the triple combo on your offhanded sword coming in with a triangle lunge. So you got all that? 1, 2, 3. Yep, and then you crossed over too far with it and then you got out of balance, I think.
Yeah, it's just I'm throwing a little bit too far with that.
It's okay, you're figuring it out. Yep, and make sure you're varying your location.
I know. I'm like, I was thinking about my feet too much on that one. So.
You do it one at a time then. Especially, don't hit me. Yeah. Hold your swords up and go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, don't lose your base. Yeah, and you can shuffle back if you need the extra step. I mean, sometimes I will lunge in and then plenty need to backtrack, okay? But if you can't engage in a faster backtrack if something aggresses on you. If you have yourself crossed, then you're out of luck.
Yep.
Okay, so if you're doing a lunge in into the red zone, instigating some, you know, aggression from your enemy, do your combo and then get out of there. If you need to turn it into a run, make sure your legs aren't crossed. All right, do you want to finish drilling it? Do you want to go back and forth a little on it? Do your lunge one more time and don't cross your feet. Don't swing at me. Lunge, don't cross, shuffle back. Good, good. And the way you centered your weight to stay shuffled back, very good. Center body mass has to go with you on your shuffle. So engage that core, rock your pelvis if you need to. One more time, don't strike at me.
I have some basic core. Oh, way too far back on that one. I'm like, I have some basic.
Good. That's what I want you to keep in mind when you're switching your hips and doing your lunge in. Keep the center mass shuffle available to you because the shuffle can then turn into the run if you need it to.
I'm a shuffler.
That's how you got to be. That's the yellow-red dance that you have to do between those two. Or I shouldn't say that because that doesn't make any sense in game. The mid to strike zones. Okay, so your mid is before you're in the striking zone, and then your striking zone, and then your far. I'm gonna say far, mid, and striking. But okay. She's just colorblind in game, and I hate breaking immersion like that, so my bad. All right, do one more lunge with striking at me, and then we'll trade them, so we can talk about defense variation. So you're starting with dominant forward. Lunge 1, 2, 3. That's it. Again. You can take it slower until it feels smoother, because fast is just smooth. Yes. Yes, your weight was not quite centered as you pulled off. Yeah,
I was like, but I was feeling a little bit more downhill, and I was like, whoop, I can't step right where that was. Wherever that was.
Just do it again, just feel it out.
So I'm like,
and if you need to crouch a little more to get the full sweep in for the third one, you can stay lower, but you're going to need to be on the balls of your feet to balance better if you're in a lower squat. So don't be heavy on your heels. If you're getting down for the full sweep, especially with your height, might need to get down lower for the full sweep. But if you're used to crabbing, then just keep for footwork from a crabby posture. You're going to need to be on the balls of your feet. You're going to burn out your leg muscles, your calves especially.
I'm like, the benefit is like that is what I'm used to doing, you know.
Yeah, you've probably established certain back and certain calf muscles from the habits that you have. But I want to see you strike 3 times clean. Focus on your strike now. The second two were in the same location, so get lower.
It's so hard to get like that up or down. I'm like,
there, that was 3 different locations. That was it. I'm okay if it's in slow motion. Do it in slow motion, get it clean, and smooth, and that's what makes it fast. Okay, do one more time.
I'm like,
Yes, good. Now I'm going to do it on you, and we can trade. And what I want to work on when you are the defender of the trade is to do a wrist block for it, and then either a squat block or like a blade block. How do you normally block if someone's doing a combo drilling down your side?
Go ahead and try and see what feels natural to me. I'm like.
So you do a lot of blade blocking. You swish you windshield wiper to try to disrupt what's going on there.
Yeah.
Okay, I tend to overuse the squat block. My legs will still get hit and I'll get tired, but I'll get myself so close to the ground that's how I naturally block.
So I am a windshield blocker that also is pulling back and down to pull the.
The thing is you've committed to the lunge. So this is what you do. This is like layer 2, right? I'm teaching you an engaged combo into the strike zone. You are already doing the footwork for the strike zone. What is your defense hand doing while you're doing that? So, oh, actually, that's not even true because we were trading them back and forth. But I wonder if we could do it at the same time. If you tried to Waltz in on me, well, I tried to Waltz in. That actually is really cool. Did you feel how much that flowed? Let's do it again. So what we're going to focus on now, we're going to put 2 layers together where we're going to triangle waltz in, drill down the side, and see if your offhand or the body positioning that you have can do anything to stop the opponent's triple strike, okay? 3, 2, 1. I think I got 2 on you, and you might have hit 1 on me. Did you feel 2 and then I missed 1?
Yeah. I did not react at all quick enough to do anything.
Yeah, I mean,
I was just like, nope, I sacrificed those hits. I'm gonna at least get one.
Yeah, no, and part of the sparring and training is the mental load of, especially as a two-weapon person, the way you get better, like the way you go into the next tier of mastery of two weapons is full focus on both in both ways. Like this is both offense and defense, this is both offense and defense. And that's just gonna take more brain taxing. So let's do like the little waltz again together and we'll focus on both at once, okay? Ready? Ready, set? You threw one over here.
I'm like this.
That's fine. If you have a natural instinct to respond in another way, it's not bad. It's just not the drill.
Right, I know. I'm like, that's the problem is and I'm like, that is a wide open spot for me to do that. So like,
yeah.
I was just like,
let's do it again. Let's do the drill because I also didn't take anything from you then.
Yeah.
So 3, 2, 1. Your strikes aren't happening.
Yeah,
so we're escalating too fast, right? So we went straight from footwork to striking footwork to striking footwork defense, and we're losing the first couple steps, okay? So back to basics. Yeah. Just show me the footwork again. Yeah. We'll do the footwork together. Good, we'll do the footwork together again. We're just gonna...
Yeah, I'm just, how to reset.
You tell me how you're feeling, okay? When you need a break, we're done. Okay.
In general, I'm like...
So we're doing the footwork, the hip switch, and then the regroup. Yep, without the crossover. I think that was good. I don't think you did a crossover. It might have just had like a foot pronation a little bit, just out of balance, but that happens sometimes.
I'm like, this grass grabs.
Yeah.
I'm like, so.
Ready, set? Very good. That was very nice. And I mean, you can take, especially as a Florentine fighter, take the very same concept. Maybe you're starting defensive with your defensive leg forward. Triangle waltz in on the other side. Do the very same thing, just off of your long blade. And the coolest thing, my favorite thing about this triple combo on the triangle waltz is that you can loop it. And if I could loop it with a partner, that would look so cool. So what we were just doing, so let's just show what we just did. 1, 2, 3. Now, lunging, flip it, so that leg, and then we would go 1, 2, 3.
Forward.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3 on this side, and then 1, 2, 3 on that side.
Okay. Yeah.
I love looping the triangle waltz. It actually makes for a good like cardiovascular exercise then. You want to call it? Let the muscles digest?
Yep.
Good. Get that in your muscle memory. Get yourself some more aggression in your combos. That would be a good lesson for today. Yeah.